Good evening, everyone. Ads here from Unity Trading Group. Welcome to the Thursday update. Before we begin tonight, of course, links down below in the signature or even in the description, depending on where you're watching us this evening. You'll find us wherever those links take you to continue this conversation well into the future. But BTC, that's what we're all here for. So let's begin. With BTC, excuse me, we've got one thing that I spoke about a couple of days ago, is this occurring here on the chart. Now, it is a valid pattern because it does occur and it does end up, or it is, excuse me, at the top of an uptrend, and we are finding ourselves in that uptrend on the 4-hour time frame. And we are slowly eating away at this level of demand as we see it here. So on the left-hand side, we drew in the level of demand. We've got this perfect red candle here. We do have a retest to the right of that liquidity just there. And of course, we are eating away at this liquidity currently. Can we see it moving through this and towards the next level? There's a couple of areas of interest for me in particular. This liquidity here is quite significant in my opinion. And this does reside around that point as well. However, it's a little bit skewed and it's a very hard to draw in with accuracy because we have so many different scenarios which could play out. But seemingly looking like this could be the area of interest that we're looking for, around 88.6 Fibonacci or even around 37,300. And I know it seems like we are drawing in the level of demand lower and lower, but it's really just highlighting the market structure. What I mean by that is this area here, and I'll explain this a little further. So we've had high highs in the past, and we've had higher lows as well, continuing up that trend. But now that was our lowest point, in which we have broken it and made a lower low, and then in which we have continued that trend by making a lower high. So we have made a uptrend, and now we are making a lower low, a lower high, and seemingly looking like we could continue this trend to the downside as we see fit. It just comes down to, are we going to see this continue in the fashion that we think it will or not? But it's looking like from this head and shoulders pattern that we're seeing on the chart here, it could play out that way. And if we are looking like any sort of patterns playing out, it could be something along the lines of that, where we see a head and shoulders play out at the top of an uptrend to signify the reversal of this market or on this time frame in particular. Whether or not that translates to a daily move, a daily time frame or a higher time frame side of things is another thing. But it does give me confidence that the break in the neckline and the area of interest that we'd be looking for continuing down, lines up with 127% on our fibs, which is 34,650. So everything lines up quite nicely. We've got a level of demand where our 127.2 is. That's the break in the neckline. You can call it that. And if you want to get more info, you're looking at that sort of neckline. And then if we break it, well, that's where we really end up, isn't it? So that's a measured move type deal on the chart there. Not that I use measured moves very often, but it is there nonetheless. So if we're, flicking over to a fresh chart on this for the minute, and we are moving back over to the daily time frame to really give us a little bit more insight on where we are sitting, should I say. If we draw fibs from swing low to high and I zoom back into the 4-hour time frame, well, lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, the area that we were looking at just a moment ago, lines up with the 61.8 on the overall move from swing low to high. So everything lining up quite nicely. We've got the measured move break from the head and shoulders. We've got a level of demand on the 4 hour. We've got the neckline breaking on the head and shoulders on the 4 hour time frame. And it would be a decent pullback on a daily time frame. A lot of things to think about over the next little bit, and I apologize for the clearing of the throat this evening. But that really concludes the update for tonight. I'll let that simmer. I'll let that continue to influence your technical analysis. Excuse me. We'd like to hear from you. Of course, you can leave a comment down below, or you can follow the links down below as well. I'm Ads from UTG. Please trade safe, stay safe out there, of course, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.